I know, right?
And Bell's was my shit, dude.
What a spoiled turd.
Imagine Miller Lite, man.
Ew.
Imagine how much I've grown. Dude.
I know, dude. I get a tear in my eye whenever I see you pour a beer that's not a Miller Lite. So, yeah. Let's just get into it. You want to just do it?
Fucking
yeah, let's rip this Band-Aid off. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. I'm John.
Nick. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
That's my, I know it's a spaghetti western theme song, but it makes me think of empty roads with dust being blown through the streets and tumbleweeds.
Little hair. What is that? Is that
tumbleweed? Yeah. And that's what I see. That's what my heart feels like when our Sir Jamie isn't here.
Yeah, so, we missed you, James.
Definitely. Jamie,
definitely wish you were here, brother.
Being the working man that he is.
Dude, he's not a working man. That dude is like hustling. I feel like I'm honestly, I'm hustling to get a new job, and we always talk about this, but that man is hustling all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know how he does it. I'm almost envious. I'm envious to a little bit, but I don't think I could ever be that because I can't do that. I mean, I'm not built that way. I think he's built that way. Well,
I think Jamie sees a light at the end of the tunnel.
I think everybody does. Everybody has what they want at the end.
Sure.
I just think he's built in a way where he just has to have a project.
Yeah, you're probably right on that one.
You know, whether it's hands-on or starting something new, I think Jamie just has to have that. I don't think Jamie can... Maybe that's why he gets into video games, especially the ones that have open worlds, because there's projects in those open worlds that he can work on.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, because I remember when we were talking about
Red
Dead, and even some of the series that we would watch, he was like, I got to finish it.
Yeah.
Got to finish it.
He binged 24 hours up. Well, I think what's that one we used to watch? I can't remember.
One of the many.
Yeah. No, the one he went all the way through.
Was it Stranger Things?
No. That was the high school one.
Oh, that's right.
The girl killed herself. I forget.
13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, he went like crazy and said he went 24 hours without sleep. I said, I've done 20 hours?
Yeah.
Never did 24.
So that's funny you said that. So I had gone on went to a business conference. It was a machine learning and AI thing down in New Orleans. And I know, poor me. But the conference was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And and you're in New Orleans, right? So, but I had this presentation work that I had to get done for a town hall that was happening on.
That is good.
It's tasty, right? We're going to get into the beer for sure.
Oh my God, that is good.
Might
be my new favorite beer.
It's delicious, right?
Dude, that is delicious.
But the town hall was on the
real quick, where'd you get this at?
I got this at that spot off of 1 and Cheney Thornton Road.
1 in Cheney Thornton.
Yeah, I think there's a Dunkin' Donuts there. So if you're going down, I'll tell you exactly where it is. You know, when we.
Oh yeah, I know where that is. There's Brothers Pastas.
Yeah.
I used to deliver there.
It's a nice little spot. They get a good selection in there.
Do they really got to stop in there sometime?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Maybe we'll sponsor.
That's delicious.
Sponsor us. So I'm at this conference. Doing a conference all day, and conferences, they are fun, but you're constantly on, right? You're networking.
I've never done one, so
you're like picking people's brains. You're there to learn about the products and everything like that. And so when you're done, you're like you're pretty drained.
Yeah, because you're emotionally, you're like you're
just on.
2 people I know in my life have a high EQ. That I associate with, and you're one of them. And no, it's true, man. You're very, you know how to work a room without even feeling like you're working a room.
I like people.
Yeah, you do. And you like I always say, like your wife's the person that gets people come in the door. You're the guy that gets them to stay.
That's a nice.
I always said that to you. And then my other buddy Joe, Well,
Joe, Mr. Personality.
Dude, the guy could run for president.
Yeah,
there's no doubt, man. He has a knack for having somebody talk to him for like a half hour about their problems. And he has that face where he's so into it.
Yeah,
and
he's locked in.
And he's probably not, but he just knows how to work it. You know what I mean?
And it's like
I'm envious you both, you two, because I think in today's world, anyway, EQ is definitely more valuable than IQ. You need IQ. I mean, you can't be slow, but EQ with social networking, social media, and all that, being able to read a room, read a post, to understand where the point of views are coming from. It takes me a little while to understand these things, but where you two, it's just you ease into it.
Yeah, and I think well, thank you, and I think that it starts with being kind, you know, even and trying to try and just be kind and approach a person in a way where they want to talk, and you just got to give them an opportunity to do that, and then just be thoughtful in listening to their responses. I think where it can be tricky is if you're being really sensitive to somebody saying their thing, and say it might go one way or the other, as far as like, say they may say something and they're not all the way through the thought, but it could be something that may be coming off as potentially offensive or disruptive or whatever it might be. Some people go in and they're like, "Ew," and they'll call them out right away. I'll tend to listen a little bit more, and then
it might be going somewhere else.
Might be going someplace else, and then when they don't, I'm like, "Fuck! I should have said something." That's the only time I get tripped up.
My problem is, and it's always been my problem, is I guess maybe it's being from a large family and being the youngest. I always want to get my point in. You know what I mean? And like you're in like even in there, you were in the middle of your conversation. I was thinking about something to say.
Yeah, sure.
I know I should be listening, and that's part of EQ is listening and understanding what their point or what they're trying to say.
Sure.
But I'm like so eager to get my viewpoint out, and I really envy people, and I've really tried, especially in the last couple of years, and I always try to work on it, is to listen to people, what they're saying and how they're saying it. And that's what I envy about you and Joe and people like that. It's a God-given talent.
Well, I appreciate it. And the, I think where you come across really strong is I'm talking about a strength of your character is your sincerity. Like when you talk to somebody and you have an opinion, the opposite of what I was just telling you about some of the things I get tripped up on, you're able to take a minute, and when you take that minute, at least how it comes across is like you'll come around and it's like, no, I don't agree with that at all. This is how I feel about it. Not in a way that's like, hey, fuck you, man, but in a way it could be.
No, I do. Especially like I said, that's one of the things I've been working on. I've been really trying in the last couple of years be sensitive to other people's viewpoints and trying to get my point across without coming off harsh if I'm totally the opposite way.
Yeah, I read that, man, big time. I mean, I think that's something that I appreciate because you're not just placating people or giving some platitudes just to make them feel good or make them feel comfortable, or even if
I do appreciate
if you have an
that.
opinion and you have a differing opinion, you're able to deliver it in a way that's not offensive.
I try not to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nice of you to notice that because I really try not to. I mean, and you know me, we talk about, when we're not on the show, I talk about I'm very fiery when it comes to my opinion about other topics.
Sure.
And it's hard for me sometimes to hold back, but I do because I understand that people have their reasons for thinking the way they do. And I am intrigued by the way they think, but I genuinely think they're wrong. I'm still intrigued how they got there.
I hear you. And I disagree with you.
Exactly. That's the point. Let's get to the show.
Let's start with what we're drinking, man. So we were just talking about that in the beginning. I was like, let's get this on. Let's record this shit, man.
What is that? Suppa Summa?
It's called Supa.
Supa, sorry.
Sumo. And it's a double IPA by Toppling Goliath. These guys have not made a beer that I've disliked.
It's true. The King Su. This is better than King Su.
Yeah. Oh, bold statement.
No, it's not. It's true. I had King Su at home. I bought it last week at, I think it's better than King Su.
It's delicious. And we should talk about that.
It has more of a flavor. King Su is really good, but for me anyway, I'm more getting into the flavor.
God, you're going to make me cry.
Stop it.
Miller Lite to talking about Super Su and King Su.
I just like the flavor. I like more flavor. You know what I mean? King Su has a little less flavor. It's more, I guess, every man could like that.
Yeah.
This, I feel like you have to be an appreciation of IPA.
Yes.
To really, really enjoy this.
I agree.
And if you really enjoy IPAs, you'll like this better than King Su. Now, King Su is a great beer. I'm not knocking that.
Yeah.
But I think this is on par with the one we just had. I can't remember what the hell the name is. It's smelly.
Oh, yeah. Shit. It just went out of my head.
Yeah.
Which is a fantastic beer. I think we talked about it before on the air.
And again, it's another flavorful beer.
Yeah. Flavor. That's what we need. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm very, very happy. It's expensive though. At least where I bought it. It was
like $20.
Yeah. It's like,
that's King Su's the same thing.
Yeah.
Any beer you buy from this company is $17 or more.
I'm happy to pay for premium. You know what I mean?
You know what I look at it like? I don't mind spending $20 on a bottle of wine.
You're reading my mind.
I don't go farther than that. Remember when I bought that beer from that Total Wine and it was $24? Yes. Well, they recently had another launch and they had another beer that they said it was really good. I was like, how much is it? He's like, $24. I said, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a shit how good it was.
I did a 4-pack of Pounders. That's steep.
I did it one time.
Yeah.
Because I was like, trying to impress you guys because I have yet to bring a beer to the table that you guys haven't had. And I finally did. That was good. I just can't, but I don't mind spending up to $20.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend $20 because I don't think I need to get good beer, but up to, I don't mind it because I look at it like I'll buy a $20 bottle of wine and,
I look at it this way, especially, we're recording.
And you sip it like wine, too. Not for an hour, but,
Yeah, but I look at it this way. Like, it's Valentine's Day, and I'm spending my Valentine's with my buddy Nick.
You know what Shannon said before I left? She goes, go spend it with your true Valentine's. She didn't know Jamie wasn't coming at the time. I didn't say anything. I was like, for
my
you,
bromance boyfriend.
For you and the listeners out there, well, John just spent 3 days with his wife in
New Orleans.
In New Orleans, so he's good. And my wife, our anniversary is on the 7th, and her birthday is on the 17th. So we really don't celebrate Valentine's Day. So I wasn't in a doghouse, and he's not in the doghouse.
No. But I had to make sure. I was texting you guys because I was away, and we didn't get to record.
I already knew I was good.
You were good.
We stopped celebrating Valentine's Day when we decided to get married on the 7th.
Yeah.
It was just like, it's too much. I mean, we got our anniversary, then her birthday. And you know how I feel about Valentine's Day. She does too. It's a made up fucking holiday for corporations to
sell chocolate and flowers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and dinner dates.
Yeah. And that's the thing that rubbed me.
Especially if it's on a Friday night tonight, man. Oh my God. Do you think those restaurants were full tonight?
Absolutely. That's the thing that rubs me raw. And Cindy and I are on the same page, which is like, today's Friday, right? We're recording on a Friday. It's Valentine's Day. Tomorrow's fine. Tomorrow's Saturday. It's a long weekend. Tomorrow I can celebrate and I can go and well, this is not what we do. But if I went to a restaurant, I'm not going to get a limited menu that's jacked up on the price and the quality's so because the kitchen's on fire, like busy.
Yeah.
Like that to me is not. That makes me angry, and I don't want to be angry on Valentine's Day.
I almost wonder, do they like Do you think these restaurants raise the prices a little bit for the holidays?
Absolutely.
I never really looked at it that way, but I'm assuming they do because it's smart. They're coming out. So a steak that usually costs is $45 will make you pay $50.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because I remember we went,
especially with the wine. I'm sure the wine goes up. With the alcohol,
most restaurants, that's really where they make their money.
It's 33%.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me what you were saying. Like, as far as wine and spending, $20 on a beer. I'm going to spend $6, $7, $8 on a beer at a restaurant easily. So that's how I rationalize it in my mind.
This is true. But glasses of wine at certain restaurants could be like $14. $15.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the glassware. So I did get a Valentine's gift.
I love this. Is it the same one?
Same one.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So my lovely wife had bought me a...
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, my friend.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. And the glass, she must have got it online. I don't know the site. I wish I could give him a plug. But
it's Rocket or Rabbit.
Yeah.
As somebody would say. And it has...
he's flying with a jetpack.
Which he has.
Yep. He's got a beer in his hand.
He's doing a shotgun. No, it was a bong. It's a beer bong.
Yep.
Into Thor's beer bong. It has a shirt that says Asgard on it. Love it.
And it's fat. It's Fat Thor from Endgame.
Yes.
And it's perfect.
It's perfect.
It brought a tear to my eye.
It did. Mm-hmm. And if you notice on Rocket, he has 2 extra beers on his fucking.
Oh yeah, I just noticed
that. Thor's a god, man. He ain't just doing one beer. Are you serious?
And it's a Big Lebowski Thor. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start out with the box office.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way because I don't think there's too much out there this week.
Well.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, no. You're absolutely... There isn't a lot out there, but what is out there as far as the box office? Now, I know it's Friday, so we're about a week late on the box office, but who cares? For the weekend, it's February 7th through the 13th. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn was number 1 at the box office.
No doubt.
Yeah. And it did... What did it do? It did $106 million.
What?
Top 10. I'm sorry. They're not giving me the breakdown. Box Office Mojo, man, I don't like what they did. They redesigned their site. It did $42 million in opening weekend.
Yeah, I was thinking like 30-something, but I guess okay. I just had no interest in seeing it. Yes, Margot Robbie's hot, but, I just don't like where they're... Again, DC's all over the fucking map, and I don't like it. I don't mind making a movie like that, but if it was in a flow, there's no flow to it. Whatever happened in this fucking movie is not going to matter to the Batman movie. It's not going to matter to the next Joker movie. It's not going to matter.
Nope.
And I'm sorry. I'm into what fucking matters.
I know you are. I trust you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, we've talked about this at length. Why not springboard off what was going on with Joker? Why not have the whole...
He just won a fucking Oscar for that shit.
I know, right? And we are going to have the Stanleys coming up.
I know, but I got to
Jamie on board.
I know I asked you this before I came out, which said, which Joker's better?
Oh, Heath Ledger, for sure.
Yeah, Heath Ledger was better.
Yeah, but he got an Oscar too, so...
He did for supporting.
Posthumous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was supporting, yeah.
But really, that movie could have gone either way.
That movie... Christian Bale was supporting. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what I mean. It was fucking him, man. And that movie probably overall is a better movie too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Joker. I heard it's dark.
It's really good, but it does that thing where it gets a little trippy, and I know why they were doing it. They want you to sort of
feel what he's going through,
feel the madness, right? And
what a better guy to play it. Joaquin Phoenix is
he's goofy anyway.
He's fucked up.
Yeah. His interviews are painful, dude.
It's almost like he's still dealing with his brother's loss.
Yeah, or he's either that or he's just totally bought into the douchebaggery of I'm an artist.
Or maybe he's playing the ultimate actor role where he's acting a person. Like, that's not who he truly is.
Yeah.
And anytime he's in public, he acts that way. So people like think that's who he is.
I think that's what Harrison Ford does.
He never comes around.
But when he did,
he's all like,
yeah.
that dog movie's fucking commercials everywhere. I'm like, no
that
interest.
Movie looks terrible.
I know. I'm like, dude, I don't have no interest in
Me
seeing.
neither. And the animation, the CG on that dog is not good.
No, it looks horrible.
Yeah, it might as well be a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pitiful.
I will not be seeing that.
That's the trailer I saw, was the Jackie Chan, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my God. I was like, really? You two?
Why not? I mean, you have the Expendables. Why wouldn't you have a Jackie
That looks
Chan?
so, like, those two fighting in the tower meant nothing to the rest of the trailer.
No.
I was just like, I don't mean to be loud. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
go
like
ahead.
getting to another level. But I was watching and I'm like, all right, it's the two of them fighting in the tower. I guess the Tower of London or whatever. But then they're like in China doing the rest of the shit's in China. And I'm like, what the fuck does it have to do with? I'm like, I don't know. Frankly,
It's
I
called
don't.
the Iron Mask.
Yeah. Frankly, I don't care. I'm not going to go see it. I don't think anybody really will.
It looks like a bad version of Rush Hour.
Oh, God. Rush Hour in the past.
Yes, exactly. Arnold. I just hope Arnold's just having a fucking blast. That's what I hope.
Oh, you know he is, man.
I hope he just doesn't give a shit and he's cashing a check and he's just having
He's fucking the maid. In the studio. She's coming around, swabbing his dick around, Might have an illegitimate kid with her, too.
Jeez. So Birds of Prey was number one in the box office. Bad Boys for Life. This is the thing that I'm hating about.
I heard they're green lit for another one.
Why not? Why not? The movie's making bank, man. The movie's made what, $340 million worldwide.
Didn't we just talk about earlier about uneducated people?
Yes, but to be fair, they have 9 Fast and Furious movies. So I get that there is a place for that kind of fun romp. Just because we don't appreciate it.
I'm going to be honest with you about the Fast and Furious movies. What saved them was The Rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what saved the Fast and Furious. It was on a downward turn. They might have got one upkick by having what's-his-face Vin Diesel come back. But if they never had The Rock come in the last 3 fucking movies...
Yeah.
Probably, it would have been okay, but it wouldn't have got like what it did.
Yeah, what a put my big fat cock on the table move was it when he's like, let's do Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck F9.
Yeah, and they're coming out with another one without him, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel, outside I Am Groot, fuck you, dude. You can't act worth shit, dude. And you know what? Frankly, after what I heard the rumors about him and Rock went through, you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a tough guy. I'm nowhere near a tough guy. You see me, you be like, Nick, what are you saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not Vin Diesel, and I'm not trying to stick my nose up to the fucking Rock either.
Yeah.
Do
your job. That's all.
You don't even have the Hollywood cachet to go against him. I'm not even talking about physically.
Yeah.
He can fucking spit you out, and
The Rock's putting out like 2 movies a year.
he made the most money of any Hollywood actor last year. He made like $90 million.
Jeez. He beat Kevin Hart's previous year record. He did $60 million.
Oh, Kevin Hart did?
Yeah, but that wasn't just movies. That was stand-up, too. He was selling out theaters. Like, not even theaters. He was selling out stadiums.
Rock is, we talk about this all the time. It's so fucking lovable.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get on with the box office. Bad Boys for Life was number 2 in the box office, again, for the weekend of February 7th through the 13th. 1917. I'm
Still
rooting
kicking
for
it.
that movie.
So I really want to see it.
Yeah.
Because a movie that is getting great reviews and it's a war movie and it's all one shot, that's interesting because how do you do an all one shot movie, especially nowadays?
Well, Birdman did it, and we talked about that before.
I didn't see Birdman, though.
Once you know that and you watch that movie, you're like, holy shit. I can't imagine them doing that with a war movie.
Maybe that's why Michael Keaton won, right? Didn't he win the Oscar for that?
I'm not sure if he got nominated. I think The Picture won. I don't know if he won. I'm not sure. I'd have to fact check.
See, I don't want to get into this because I know we're going to do it later with the Stanleys, but I think the Oscars and all that are just fucking bullshit anymore.
They are bullshit, and you're right. We will
It's
get
just to
into
suck
it.
those guys' dicks.
Well, it's to make money, dude. It's a big giant commercial.
They don't even have fucking a host anymore. So what?
Nah. Well, it's like I said, it's a big giant commercial. If you notice, it's like all those movies are now out. Most of them are out for purchase. Some of them are out to rent. So it's like a push. And then if you go and you look at the pay services, you look at your cable provider, or if you look at iTunes, you'll see it'll be like for purchase $14.99 or $19.99 for rent.
I just bought Frozen 2, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
And you know what?
And that got no, Toy Story got best picture or best animated.
I'm telling you right now, though, Toy Story. I didn't watch Toy Story 4, a little bit of it because it's on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. I know Jamie doesn't like the first Frozen. This Frozen is good.
I gotta watch it. I dismissed it because of Jamie's review, and now I'm gonna have to.
No, Jamie didn't see it yet.
He saw the first one,
and he hated it. But
That's
this
why.
one, yes, it has singing, and all Disney movies do pretty much. But the story really fills in the first movie.
Yeah, I heard it
explains where her powers came from.
Yeah.
What happened to her parents, and all that.
I'll give it a go.
Trust me, I've watched it 3 different fucking times, and I've enjoyed it.
Dude, it took me forever to see Moana, and I was so happy when I saw it.
Yeah.
The movie's fantastic.
Dude.
But I was like, I don't need to see this movie, you know? And then, because it's like, I usually pull back a little bit when it's the singing, type of Disney flicks, because I'm like, it's more kids. I got other stuff to watch. And then I watched it. I was like, this is a charming and delightful movie.
Dude, I loved it. I've seen it probably 10 times.
Right? It's wonderful.
You know what I mean? And I'm telling you right now, check out Frozen 2. I know.
I'll check it out.
You got to wait till it comes on Disney Plus, and it will be in like 2 months.
Yep.
But we only bought it because Taylor, she's watched it like 10 times. I bought it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
She loves it, but it's really well done. I thought they came to their A game with not so much songs, but I thought they came to the A game with story.
Perfect.
I'm
totally cool with that.
I thought the story was really, really well done.
Yeah.
Even Shannon said she goes, it's better than the first one.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it has a lot better story. It holds up.
We can add it to the list. What sequel is better than the original?
Definitely that one.
Frozen.
Definitely that one. There's not too many, I would say, but that's definitely true.
Well, Terminator 2 and Terminator 1 is not the case.
Yeah. What's the all-time?
Aliens. What? Oh, Empire. Yeah.
There you go, brother.
Sorry, took me a minute.
I was working you there.
Yeah, this says Stupa is an 8%er, man. It's getting to my head.
Yeah, I might have to have a couple glasses of water before I leave.
I got sessions if you need one after that. So 1917 still making money with $12 million at the box office. That's number 3 for that weekend. Doolittle is making money as well. That's $8 million. It dig RDJ.
I'm still disappointed. I had so high hopes for that
me
movie.
Me too, man. Me too. And then number 5 is in the box office was Jumanji with $7 million. That movie's that's again The Rock making money, making bank.
Fucking The Rock.
That dude is killing it. So in the news, let's just do a ham-fisted segue over to the news. The only thing I really had in the news was a couple things. Was Matt Reeves, the director of the new Batman movie that's coming out with Robert Pattinson. There was a photo of a test shot of the new Batsuit. I got a little mixed information with my feed because I was like, wait, is this fan art or is this something? And then
I couldn't tell either. The first couple pop-ups I had for that on, and I click on it. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah.
But then finally there was like a better one.
Yeah, and I think Matt Reeves actually did confirm that was a test shot from the suit with Robert Pattinson in it.
Hey, we'll see. I mean, like we always say, you got to look the part, but at the end of the day, it comes down to story.
Absolutely.
If they don't have a good story, this is not going to fucking mean shit.
Yes.
You could have Pattinson could look the part and could be a decent actor in the part, but if there's no good story, he's going to go by the wayside.
Yeah, it could be the role that, is his next big bankable franchise.
Well, this is going to make or break him. He's not a Ben Affleck that can survive it.
No, and Ben Affleck has survived some shit, but I'm saying Ben
Affleck has the cachet of being a director too.
Yes,
and he's probably better at a director than
he's probably going to get actor. If he's going to get an Academy, it's going to be for directing and for not acting.
Oh yeah. He probably should have got a director award anyway for that one.
Well, his first one was screenplay, right? So it was for Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, he did get it for that. That's right. But I was talking about The Town was great, and then he also did the one that he should have won for. I believe was the one for the Iran.
He did
the Iran crisis in the 70s.
That was
he didn't win. He got nominated. I thought he should have won.
He won for that.
I'm pretty sure he didn't win. I thought he got.
You can fact check that one too.
Dude, you try to beat me, man. Go ahead.
I'm not. I don't have the strength today. The other thing I have in the news is Indy 5 is going to start shooting with Harrison Ford. And like we said before, search for the golden hip. I'm nervous, man.
I hear Shia LaBeouf's not in it, though.
Oh, I did just see a Shia LaBeouf movie. It was called Honey Boy. It's basically the story based on his life and his relationship with his dad. And it got a lot of high critical acclaim.
Wasn't there a movie he just came out with where he found this like semi-handicapped kid?
Oh, that was
that got good reviews.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
He's there's just something about him I don't like.
I think he's on a path of redemption, or at least he's trying.
He is, but there's just something about him that I never liked. Oh, yeah. Did you see? A fan, I meant to share this with you guys and I totally forgot. John Krasinski, if I said his name right.
Yeah, you got it.
Somebody put a poster out there what he would look like as
Reed Richards.
Yeah. You saw that?
I did. And Emily Blunt as the Invisible Woman.
Come on. Marvel does such a good job of just picking the obvious, man. Fuck, man. They got to get them in there.
That would be
because he did want to be Captain America.
Oh, he did?
He tried out.
No shit. I didn't know that.
He put out a tweet a couple months ago saying that he couldn't have done the job as well as Chris
Evans, yeah.
Chris Evans. But he did a casting role for it.
Chris Evans is just got that chiseled all-American hero look.
Well, they did a good job at doing that.
But if you look at like just simple facial features of John Krasinski, right? He's a little fuller. His nose is a little bit more bulbous. I mean, he's a handsome guy.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But if you look at Chris Evans and you were to draw him into a comic book, you'd be like, yes, of course, it fits right in.
Yeah.
The portrait's there. But I didn't know that. It's good. That's a good little factoid.
Man, I knew something you didn't know about Marvel? Holy fuck. It's like you knowing something I don't know about Star Wars. That doesn't happen.
You've been educating me, brother. So let's move on to trailers. For trailers, you mentioned, because I had it down here, the Iron Mask, the Jackie Chan one. It looks bad, dude. It looks so bad.
You remember that old puppet show that used to come on with the B movies and they used to make fun? What was that called?
Yeah, that was Mystery Science
Yes,
Theater.
That's seems like one of those movies that would have been on there.
It will be in another 20 years.
It was... Those two are two old fucks just making a money grab. Yeah. Like somebody said, here's some money, Arnold. Here's some money, Jackie.
Yeah.
The
like, premise, fuck. I don't even know the premise. Like I said before, it looks like almost like a Rush Hour in Victorian times with an Asian flavor to it.
I'm almost assuming that the young kid is Jackie Chan when he's younger.
Yes, that's what
I'm all, and he's the Iron Mask.
Yeah,
who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna see it. I don't give a fuck. I don't even want to know the reviews. I don't even want to know the plot, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, like I said before, I think Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger are probably just having fun.
Oh, it's disgusting.
The other thing that I saw as far as trailers, and you saw this, I believe you saw this too, which was they're ending the Clone Wars series, the animated series. It's actually going to be coming out on February 27th or 22nd.
I'm jerking off to that already.
Dude, it looks good, man.
It does.
It's got Mace Windu. It's got this band of defective clones. The
one thing you just wish they're tying it together.
Yes.
That's our biggest key with our biggest downfall with Star Wars is, and I know they have had different people managing it, but over the years, but now that you have one big umbrella, and now that you're trying to section yourself away from the Catherine Kennedy versions,
yeah. And we suspect Feige is pulling the strings behind the scenes.
I think that's what his promotion was for, without saying what his promotion was for, because you see all these Marvel directors coming over. You know?
Oh yeah.
But you just hope this ties into something, because I get it's a cartoon, but fuck, man, I'm an adult gonna watch a cartoon.
Yeah.
This better fucking tie into somewhat of the mythology of Star Wars. If you're putting it on Disney Plus and you're putting it out there as canon, that fucker better tie in somehow.
I think it's going to. I mean, you look what they did with Ahsoka and Rebels, right? They tied that together. And hopefully they're going to do something. It's already tied together with the movies that happened before that, right? I mean, it's the time in between.
They have, but they haven't. The problem with Disney is they don't tie it in a nice little. Oh, not Disney.
It's a little sloppy.
It's a little sloppy tie.
Yeah.
They kind of take liberties with the Force to tie things back together.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
You're talking about the movies, like
right? But that's where everything. That's where it branches off from. That's the what do you call the base of everything?
Sure.
And then all the shows branch off from the movies.
That's
so if the movies,
the trunk.
Yeah. If the movies are a little fucked up, off center, then the shows are going to be fucked up. It's going to
pollute the shows. I hear you, man.
And that's why I was so amazed by The Mandalorian, how they pulled that off, because I thought that was so true. That's the truest, I even think more than Rogue One, that's the truest series, that's the truest thing they brought out since the original series ever.
So you just reminded me something, and I know this is a bit off topic, but I've been watching Picard, right? And so
I heard there's a lot of things they're tying together with that show.
There's a lot of things they're tying together, but I never thought of this premise, and it seems so.
Tell me, it's fine.
It seems so obvious now, but Picard's not in Starfleet in this. Spoilers. I'm going to spoil. I
kind of figured that.
Right? Yeah, because they're not calling it Star Trek. They're calling it Picard.
And they also in the thing,
the trailers.
In the trailers, he went to Starfleet. They kind of shot him down.
Exactly.
And then he went to everybody else, wondering if he should do this.
Yes.
And it's all about Romulans and androids, right?
Romulans and androids. That's exactly right.
Something that the Romulans, I'm gathering, correct me if I'm wrong, discovered years before the humans did, but elected not to go that path.
Yes.
And then what's-his-face created Data.
Yes. And
then Data at some point created some offspring that nobody knows about.
You're all on point.
You know, and there's
again, spoilers.
And this all leads to somewhere how the Romulus homeworld blows up.
Yes, there's a tie-in to, well, not so much the Romulus homeworld blowing up, but there's politics involved. There's a lot of meat on the bone. There's a lot of intricate details that are associated with the way they're telling the story.
I heard they even get around the fact of why they can curse in this and not. The previous episode. I
don't know that they were really on the nose with it so far, but they have cursed. Like someone said, "Fuck."
Yeah, and
which was fantastic.
I saw an article. I didn't read it because I'm trying not to read the articles.
Yeah, stay away.
I'm only getting this stuff off the brief topics of the articles that I flip by.
Yeah.
So that's how I know about the Romulans. They really were against androids. Like it was
it's like heretics, like heresy. Like
they don't believe, in that at all. Data, a person of Data's stature was like where the Vulcans were like that was what their being was trying to become, like unemotional.
Yes.
And they that's what they wanted to be. That's where the two races split apart.
That is very very on point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot.
Because they're cousins, so they were one race at one point.
Yes.
I don't know if they left Romulus or they left Vulcan. I
can't remember what the history was there.
I think they left Vulcan. I thought Vulcan was the one.
That makes sense. That's ringing true in the back of my brain.
Right.
But the one thing that I thought was so cool.
Now, is there Vulcan in this, or is
yes?
So they're not going with the alternate timeline.
Well, the assumption is that so if you think about it,
Well,
just because Vulcan blew up doesn't mean that all the Vulcans were on Vulcan.
No, I know. I was asking if the planet Vulcan was still there.
Oh, they don't mention it yet.
So they're kind of skirting that one.
They might be.
Yeah, okay.
They might be.
I figured they might,
but
until they absolutely had to answer that.
Yeah, but the thing is the thing that it was so interesting to me, and it took me by surprise, and I don't know why it did, but having a show that is about an adventure that is not on a Starfleet vessel within the parameters of Starfleet is more aligned with what's going on with Mandalorian, only in Star Trek.
Because it opens it up.
It's awesome.
It opens it up. Because in Star Trek, if you're in the Starfleet we know, and supposedly in the show, Starfleet's different.
Yes.
It's not a lot different, but it's different.
There is a big difference, but not at face value.
Well, tell me. I don't care.
It's about their politics and what they've stood for and what they stand for now.
They changed?
There's corruption.
There's
not blatant corruption. Like you don't see it as. It's not like a. It's not like a Winter Soldier type of thing where SHIELD is really Hydra.
Okay.
Yeah, right. At least that nobody said or given any hints to that effect. But it is. It's principled, like, and that's why why Picard had a falling out with Starfleet, is because he's looking to evacuate like millions of Romulans, and Starfleet kind of turns their back on him. He's seeing it. They say, "You want to save Romulans," and he's like, "I want to save people."
Yeah, I want to save
sentient
lives.
Yeah,
it's not about bad or good. This is about what Starfleet's been about: is doing the right thing for other cultures.
Yes,
this is why we've gained hundreds, thousands of cultures into the Starfleet.
Yeah,
it's not about you.
It would be like people vilifying the United States or Russia because of their leadership.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. You're still going to go help them.
Yes, just because there's a farmer in the fields in the middle of in the Midwest.
So pretty much the president of Starfleet tells him to go fuck himself.
High-ranking official,
an admiral.
Yeah, and who he's had like relationships, not like romantic, but who they know each other.
Right, because it's Jean-Luc Picard,
and he's got probably celebrity status.
He's a legend.
Yes, he's got like.
He was
and they
an
bust
admiral.
his balls about it. Like some other people are like, "What? You want to go there to see a statue of yourself standing in the middle of the square?"
And they tell him to go fuck himself.
They basically shut him down because they're like, "How dare you have the gall to ask for a star vessel and go and on this mission, your personal mission?"
So I'm gathering this is where the first season's going, and maybe the whole show is going. Picard, the show is probably, in my view, just from what you told me, I'm going off of that. Picard's mission is going to turn out to be, in the very end, yes, he's going to save whatever he wants to save or whatever he can, but the twist will be he saves Starfleet from his conscience.
He might expose them for who they are,
and he'll save their conscience
and redeem them.
Exactly. I have a feeling that's going to be the result that happens not by his means, but that's not what he sets out to do, but that's what happens.
Yeah,
and he'll probably end up dying in the end because he's
season 2.
There's a season. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about
the very end.
In the very end.
Yeah,
if he doesn't hopefully die in real life.
Shit, man, I'll tell you what,
dude. I haven't even watched an episode, and that's how I feel.
Well,
and how far off am I?
I think you're pretty fucking on point, man.
See?
Yeah. I think you're in tune. You're in tune for sure.
It's just,
well, I mean, shit, you're indoctrinated into this shit, so of course you're going to...
All you got to do is give me tidbits, and I know where I'm going, dude.
Well...
It's good shit, though. I love that.
It is really good shit, man, and I'm fucking in.
It's like Starfleet needs a reset.
Yes.
And Picard's there to come back and give it, like, you're heading in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Without doing,
Yeah, and the other thing is too, it's like there's little moments that get you juiced up. Obviously, they did the flashbacks with Data in the first episode, and this isn't a Picard episode, so I'll just speak to this real quick. but there's I'm on episode 4, and they are, again, spoilers, and they're escaping this planet because there's a rogue bird of prey, like an quote unquote antique bird of prey, where they're like these. There's this that they're like.
Can she fire when she's cloaked?
Well, they didn't cloak, but there's like an exchange that happens with the vessel that he's using, because he has business on the planet below, and the planet has its own security like bubble around it where it's got satellites that'll gun you down and all that. And so there's another vessel that comes in and starts helping out the vessel that Picard's in, and then it's going, they're like trying to get them to hail and everything, and realize that vessel is helping them out. And then when the thing skips across the force field that protects the planet and just about to break up, they beam the person on board, and it's 7 of 9. And you're just like,
I knew she was in it. Yeah,
of course we all did, but you didn't know when it was going to happen, and you're like, oh, that was good.
Now, has Geordi been mentioned? Worf?
Well, he mentions, of course, his Starfleet family that he had, but not that nobody specific. And we know Jonathan Frakes is in it. We know Munis Surface.
What if Wesley shows up?
That would be dope, man.
But didn't he like go with that entity dude to?
Yeah, I forget what that was. He found like this calm or something like that, and he was out of Starfleet.
All right, well, let's move it on. Let's talk about Locke and Key.
Yes, well, let's...
I know you got your list. One more thing.
Just real quick. Clone Wars for TV and Stranger Things. We talked about the Stranger Things. I don't know if we were recording them, but there was a trailer for Stranger Things.
You see
Hopper, it looks like Siberia.
Oh, it totally is Siberia.
Yeah, it's swinging a hammer, building a railroad.
He looks like a badass. He's like,
he does.
Motherfucker. Hopper scares me, dude.
Yeah,
I love him, but he scares me.
So... obviously, this dovetails into our topic and what we're watching. We're watching, just finished.
You're getting better at that, by the way.
The segues?
Yeah.
I'm trying. We just finished Locke and Key. And Locke and Key was this, it's Stephen King's son. It's Joe Hill.
He did this?
Yeah. So he's
really good.
It's really good. So the Locke and Key, the series, the new series that's on Netflix, they just ran, it was 10 episodes, and it is basically an adaptation or interpretation, whatever you want to call it, of this graphic novel series. Big hit of a series. It's gotten acclaims. Joe Hill's gotten a lot of awards and everything regarding the series. And the series has been in flux for about 10 years. It's gone from a couple different entities. I think it was kicked around at one network, and then it went over to Hulu, and then it sort of sat in limbo for a while. I think they did some pilots, and then it finally landed at Netflix, and they started to run with it. You and I both watched the series. What do you think?
I enjoyed it. I thought, well, when I first saw the trailer and I heard, I went on Netflix, I'm like, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Seemed kind of hokey. Seemed like a kid thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Almost Goonies-esque, but not a good Goonies.
I like Goosebumps.
Oh, better.
Yeah.
That's like a good...
I felt like it would be a Goosebumps.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on TV right now, so I was like, I'll figure I'll give it a shot.
Yep.
I was cool. It kind of grabbed me in the very beginning, the first episode where you find out how the dad died, and it's just like, whoa. This isn't fucking Goosebumps. No.
Well, in the original, it gets a lot more graphic.
I'm sure it does.
There's like two guys along with the main character that break in, and they're not possessed or controlled by anybody.
He wasn't possessed. He was being controlled.
Well, the other guy that's with him. So in the novel, graphic novel, there's two guys, not the guy that you see in the TV series, but a buddy of his, and he tries to rape the Nina character, and it's more, it's just more graphic, more adult,
and I don't think you needed to go there with that.
Not that part, no.
You need it to be PG-13, not rated R.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
because you still want to be able to grab the 13-year-olds, the 12, 13-year-old kids.
Sure.
But I thought it was well done. When you find out later in the episodes how the kid got twisted by the girls, or the being.
Yes,
which was clever. I think every key was kind of cool. I didn't really care for the mirror thing, but I thought that could have been a throwaway. They really didn't need that. But I thought the mind key was cool. The head key, very cool.
So let's take a step back, just in case people haven't watched it or read the comic. So it's based on this family. The family's living in Seattle. The last name of the family is Locke.
Locke and Key. Yeah.
The father is from Massachusetts, Madison, or some little podunk town in Massachusetts.
Yeah, like 45 minutes outside Boston, something like that. It wasn't too far away from Boston.
Yeah, that's all I know. Matheson is what they call it.
Matheson, that's it.
Yeah, and so it turns out there's a family house that's associated with the dad, and it's this big, old, beautiful Victorian home.
No, I mean, it must be not even Victorian. This house must be hundreds of years old, or at least built off of.
Yeah, it's just an old house. It's really, really cool. And then the focus in the beginning is really around the youngest member of the family, the little boy. And he hears these whispers in the house. And when he hears the whispers lead to these keys.
Yeah, but why did they go from Seattle to Boston?
She wanted to find out, the mom wanted to find out a little bit more about her husband's past, who had just gotten killed by one of his students. He was a guidance counselor.
And what did the student say when he was about to kill him?
He said, "Tell me more about Key
House.
Key House. That's right,
and that's the house.
Yeah, or Lock House, whatever it is.
No, it's Key House. Key House.
Yeah.
So again, go with the keys.
Yeah.
So I really think that was a little clever. As you find out later, why she wanted to go there, because she wanted to know who this kid was. She knew who the kid was, but she wanted to know why this kid. That's why she moved back. She wanted to find out more about her husband and why this kid, who had no reason to know about his past, wanted to know about the house.
Yes.
So I don't know why you would take your kids there, but that's a whole different.
Exactly. So this is a good point. All right. So let's get into it. So I did enjoy it. I had a good time with the series. I loved I didn't read all 42 or 50.
Real quick, I know where you're going with that. I know where you're going with this. Why would you take your kid there? But in reality, if you're a parent, especially a person like her who seems like she believes in whatever she really truly can see, I don't think she believes that there's magic or anything. She doesn't seem like she doesn't even believe. She doesn't even think she believes in there's a God figure. Like that's the type of person I perceive her to be. And I could be wrong.
Can see that.
I could be wrong, but that's what I perceived her to be. She's very straight edge. She's like, I had an alcoholic problem. I don't do it anymore. I'm just trying to be upbeat about everything.
Trying to hold her family together.
Exactly. And she tries to do it in the one way she knows how to do is get away from a situation. They own this house.
That makes sense.
And by taking them over here, I can learn more about my husband's past.
And if it's truly like a family home, like it's like this is if it's a family home, the word family means like, all right, here's where we are. This is our home. This is where love happens. This is where we all group together and support each other. It's a home.
Yeah.
So I could see where that's coming. For the most part, I really like, this is nitpicky stuff. I really enjoyed the series. I really enjoyed the concept is awesome.
Yeah, totally.
The keys unlocking different powers and different dimensions and different, abilities and all that.
And you still want to know what's the deal with the locks? Why are the locks the only ones?
Curiosity, man.
Why are the locks the only ones she can't take the keys from? But anybody else she can just kill and take.
Yeah.
It's like almost like she can't even kill the locks.
It reminded me a little.
So there's something there.
Yes, absolutely. There's a heritage or
well,
history.
Locke and Key, they're the ones that I told you upstairs. I believe that they're the ones that created everything. Their heritage did.
Yeah. There's definitely like a history, a rich history that hasn't unfolded yet. Mm-hmm. It reminded me a little bit like Umbrella Academy, Remember Umbrella?
Oh yeah, I love that, bro.
You know what I mean? It reminded me a little bit like that. I mean, obviously, not all the kids had different powers. I think it was more the house had the powers, the magic was in the house, and obviously you unlocked it with the keys. But how cool were some of those things, man?
Or is it the
what, the demons or whatever they are?
No. Or is it I keep going back to this, but or is it the Locke family heritage that has the true powers?
Yeah.
Because it's only the kids that can hear the keys.
Yes.
And the reason maybe why she can't hear them is because she's not really a Locke. She's just married into it.
That's true. That's true.
I just thought of that right now.
I think, yes, there's a lot of layers to this story.
And that's where it's exciting. You know me and layers. I love that. I love twists. I love layers.
Sure.
I don't like easy things to figure out.
If you could pick one key, which one would you pick? There's the mind key where you can go inside your own head and look at your own memories and stuff like that. Throw out emotions. You know, she threw out her fear, the daughter did. Which
backfired on her.
Totally. Yeah. You can't be totally fearless, dude.
I knew that was going to backfire on her. I was like, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I can be totally
fearless. You might be able to box that up a little bit, but still throw it away.
I can't be totally fearless and walk up to a 300-pound lineman and be like, hey, fuck you, man. Yeah. And watch him pound my head into the ground.
There's the soul key. Well, it seems like the soul key where you go to that door and you open yourself up and you can fly around.
Yeah, you go through it, and as soon as you pass the threshold, your body drops and you turn into like almost a ghost.
Yeah,
and he can talk to his grandfather who was hanging out.
That was cool. I thought he should have had a harder conversation with that.
Man. Dude, let me in on some shit.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on with the Locks, man? Why are we able to do this shit? You said I would have been there. Yeah. I at least would have went back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man. You've been here.
Yeah. What was the other ones? Oh, you give anybody to do whatever they want.
Well, the one that could, as long as you knew where the next door was, the anywhere key.
Anywhere's key cool if you can focus on it.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's the torch key, the one that lights shit up.
I don't like that one too much.
No, that seems dangerous.
Yeah, I like the head key.
What if you put that in your pocket? You blow your balls off.
I really do like the head key.
The head key's pretty awesome.
Dude, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Not just to go with mine, but just like you fucking somebody.
I didn't like how it worked, though. It made me uncomfortable. Because they had to put it in the back of their neck.
Oh, yeah, weird.
Turn a key in the back of their neck.
How cool would it be? Like, you go in my head, you see Star Wars everywhere. Or Marvel and Star Wars.
See you at 6 years old with your little Luke Skywalker figure.
Yeah, right?
Nick's happy place.
That'd probably be my key. I like where it's going. But like I said to you before, it was off air. I hope the next season they keep it in the family. I don't hope they don't branch out to all these friends.
It could get messy quick.
It could get messy, and I just think I like the older brother character, I like the sister character, and I like the little kid character. I like the dynamic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's good. And I like the fact that you're bringing the mom along at a different pace.
Yeah. Why didn't they give, again, spoilers, why didn't they give their Uncle Duncan his memories back?
I think they're leaving that to the second season.
Yeah, that's the one thing that did frustrate me.
It did frustrate me when they find out what they fucking are. I'd be like, dude, let's just put the memory key back in. Let's pop these memories back in.
Yes.
And tell me what's going on.
Yeah, come on.
That's all, Duncan would know.
Allies.
Duncan would know he was there. So
you're not protecting him from anything because he knew there was an evil demon that was, that.
I still don't believe it's an evil demon.
Dude, he came out and snapped bounced the one.
I'm a believe. I told you the Locks were witches or warlocks or whatever. Created everything.
It is in Massachusetts, man.
Right. Created everything.
Shit.
Created the keys, some whatever, and then one of them created the doorway to something. Is that a doorway to something, or is it? I don't know. Maybe he got a master. I don't know. The Locks are the key.
Pun intended.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. They're the key.
Yeah.
So there obviously is something to deal with the fact that these demons can't harm a Locke. She can't harm him. She couldn't even kill the kid.
As long as they have a key.
Not even if they didn't have a key. She didn't kill the brother. The brother at one point didn't have any key. She could have waited.
Yeah, what was she doing about that? What was that? What was her end game there?
I don't think she can physically
kill a Locke.
Kill a Locke.
That'd be pretty badass.
And I think
she choked up the youngest kid. She didn't kill him, but she choked him.
She can't. Yeah. I don't think she can.
That's a good point.
I don't, because I mean, dude, she was like badass, dude. She was,
yeah. So,
and then you find out it's. I loved it. The other part I loved about it was there was twist after twist at the end.
Yes,
and you know me, I dig that shit. I don't like straight lines, not unless it's a comedy series.
Yeah,
give me a fucking twist. Give me something to rack my brain around. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that was pretty cool. Like I totally didn't see that Lucas was the woman. And then I didn't totally see that Lucas was actually a demon. And then I totally didn't see that she was the one that brought Lucas back, thinking it would just be Lucas, not the demon.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't see any of that either.
I didn't either. It totally blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
So she was the cause of it all.
I wanted the bad guy to be a little bit more gnarly. You know what I mean? Like there was a sort of a calm playfulness and a nonchalantness to her, which I think being nondescript or nonchalant about snapping somebody's neck is really evil, right?
Well, look what she did to the little boy.
True.
The little boy walked right into the train, just kept him going.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
Dude.
Yeah,
I was like, that's evil. Fucked up, man. She just didn't even care.
Yeah. No, that's pretty devious.
So I think they just didn't want to go too overboard with it because they wanted to draw both sides. But I do like where it's going. I thought it was clever. I thought it was good. And then the twist at the end where she was she turned herself into the best friend or the girlfriend. I have to admit, I saw it coming like maybe 2 minutes before it happened, before it showed on TV. I'm like, motherfucker, no way, that's like it. And then it happened. I'm like, damn it, I should have caught this earlier. Why else would he be so involved in all this?
Truth.
He was like so like engaged, like, yeah, we should listen to her. We should listen to her. I'm like, what the fuck? I guess he has the hots for her. That's what I kept thinking.
But was that when it was going down?
I think so.
That far back?
I think when they were doing the cave thing, because he kept saying, yeah, I agree with her. We should go in the cave.
Member of the Savini or whatever it is club, the one dude.
I don't think in the beginning he was with her when she first met him.
Yeah.
But I think as the bad girl realized who she needed to play off of, because again, I don't think she can touch the locks. She can't even turn into the locks.
True.
Because if she could have used that very easily to manipulate them.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
She could have easily manipulated.
That's another one that made me uncomfortable. When they stick the keys in their bodies. Like stick them right under the chin. Yikes.
I'm surprised. What got me, though, was they're like, how did they not figure out that? They're like, oh, when she fell off the banner, when she was a shadow person. How do you not figure out that? They're like, oh, where's her crown? It's probably not fucking her.
Yeah, there was something that's
like, dude, seriously.
Well, that's the part that I was about to nitpick on. There was a couple little common sense things that you had to suspend your disbelief a little bit in order to buy into it. I mean, you're suspending your disbelief in everything because it's fiction.
I thought everything was great up until the last episode. I liked it last episode. Yeah. I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
but like you said, I think the disbelief there
were some leaps.
A little bit. Maybe they'll explain it in the second season.
Yeah.
But I thought the first 9 episodes, I think it was 10 episodes, was fantastic. It was really, not fantastic, but was really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Because it's only rate fantastic like Mandalorian. But it was really good. And I think the last episode was just good.
Yeah, there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of meat on the bone. I honestly, like I said, I read the first volume years ago. I didn't know it had grown to where there's, 40 some issues and there's like 6 or 7 volumes of the actual series. So my point is that they have a lot of runway and a material to do season 2 and 3 and 4 and everything. I just hope that it's, I want to be satisfied, and I was about 80% there as far as satisfied on this one.
Yeah, I think the last episode for me, it sounds like for you too, it's just kind of like, it was like, It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was like, I was all building up, that had a couple good twists, you didn't see coming. The storylines were...
Well, like Stranger Things, dude. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean
No, go ahead. Okay.
Like Stranger Things, season 3, right? Big confrontation at the end. They blow up that portal, and you're like, Hopper's dead. And you have closure. Like, they just...
Then they give that little end season.
Yes.
And then you're
fine.
Like...
Yeah, and then you're like, okay.
I'm in.
I feel my belly's full, but I know tomorrow I'm ready for the next meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's. I wanted a little bit more of that. Not shitting on the series. I thought it was a good series. I'm in. I'll watch the next season for sure.
Well, the next season will be the tell. The next season will be the tell season. There's probably already greenlit for a second season.
Yeah.
The next season will be that season where you almost got to step it up.
Well,
you got to give us more in the backstory of what those quote unquote, as you would say, demons are, and what are the relationship to the Locks are.
Yes.
And you got to give us something.
And I pointed this out earlier, but I went on Wikipedia, and based on the graphic novel, there are a ton more keys. There's like 30 keys to go.
Yeah, some of them sound like bullshit keys, though.
Yeah, like the owl key. It gives the user control of mechanical owl.
What the fuck? What?
I don't care about
this
that.
This isn't Pegasus.
It's that
what's that?
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, come on, fucking no, stop.
There you go. A bitey key transforms whatever door it opens into a giant mouth that consumes whatever enters it.
What?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Let's hope they don't go that route.
No. Here's one. Hercules key. Embedded in a necklace, it grants a bearer considerable strength and
That's fine. I like that. That's not bad. That's
man.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Skin key. A key with a gazing mirror on its hand. It can change the race of whoever is using it.
It's not a bad idea.
That's right.
I'd probably more like the idea.
It seems very sophisticated on when you would use that.
Yeah.
Shadow key, we know that one. The head key was dope, man.
Yeah, but they never explained where the
crown
came from.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, man. There's like these little open-ended things where they don't feel completely satiated,
and which I'm fine with if they can explain them in the next season. If they come into the next season and they kind of like don't, and they kind of no, but Netflix. Usually when they come out with a good series, they're pretty well on point.
Oh, shit. Look at this. As I'm looking this up, they have a alpha key. You got the omega key that opened the door. Well, they got an alpha key. What does the alpha key do? Removes demons from possessed people's souls.
Fucking A. That has to be in it.
Right? Yeah. So...
That has to
Anything else to add, Nicholas?
Nah, I'm good right now.
Well,
brother.
we're a little over an hour. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. As always, give us the likey like and the subscribe, and have an awesome week.